I think if we lose the game, we still in it. We might not get to the SC championship. Oh, we still see it. Out of back up. Make them playoff runs, man. Try to make you a playoff push, man. You win, you win. You win, man. You win, you win. You lose, you snooze. We lose, we still in.
One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this when Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very
Boy,
cold
praying
down
hard
here
as
on
hell
the
they win
field.
this
I
game.
see a lot
That
of
nigga like,
players
Lord,
putting their
please.
hands
Please
behind
let
the
it get this
ears.
playoff spot.
A lot of leaders said on
Please.
the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game.
Them niggas
Keep
praying
it
hard as hell to
down
win.
here on the
Please,
field.
Lord. Please.
Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this
You see
game.
that shit, bro? That nigga go there about 5 seconds. They go there about 5 minutes. Or they be like, nigga try to get in the line, bro. Go on, get down there, man. Nigga praying hard.
Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Manning. Makes the grab over the middle. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Throwing Manning. Out of the backfield, he's open. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Straight ahead, it's Smothers. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Manning. Rush right in his face. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And how loud a is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Throws for the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Manning to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it go. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Making the adjustment. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes the Texas offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Manning. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Now here's Manning. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Long way to go on second down. He's changing the play. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Hebert. Deep shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Arch is going to throw for it. Left side, it's Riley. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And how about this running back, man? Coming into the game, we knew he would be a focal point of this offense. But through the air, like not on the ground right now, they're finding ways to get him the football out in space to do some damage. And right now, it's all through the air.
Wants to throw on first. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Cuts it upfield. It's Mobley. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. At the 30. Inside the 10. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get to the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Napier. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Here's Arch to throw. Out wide left, it's Smothers. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Turns it upfield. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Manning. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll need a bunch on second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Driving forward, it's Young. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Looking downfield, it's Hebert. Rolls right. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. going with the ground game left. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Manning to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago, because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
Fires to the big fella. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and
makes a grab and room to run. He's at the 20. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Gets the back moving. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Motion from the wide receiver. Making the adjustment on the play. Dropping back, it's Hebert. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to pound it in. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. I can't think of one single explanation that would suffice for taking a delay of game penalty there. 3rd and goal. Left side is Gilbert. score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the return, it's Napier. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. To throw, Manning. Out wide left, it's Smothers. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest, but there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell that.
Gonna take a shot. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Sets his feet. It's Hebert. Looking left. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On the run, fires downfield.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout call. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Irish send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Arch madness. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, With all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Going to try to get it himself. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's...
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, it's Hebert. He fires to the left side. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Got to make the play on 4th. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. Let's start with the Western Michigan Broncos taking on the number 21 team, the Memphis Tigers.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll open the second half with a run. There he goes. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Notre Dame. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Napier. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. He's got it on the outside. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. Throwing Manning. Makes the grab. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. That one's not even close.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The corners are walked up tight. Manning fires to the end zone, and he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Looking for room, it's Mobley. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking to throw, it's Hebert. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Left side is Perez. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. He's out of bounds and short. Just short of the line to gain, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Arch is going to throw for it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
On target. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Arch to throw. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry up. Arch going to spin it again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Turning it on. The 50.